fans have to do the same thing they do for the NBA.
Right.
You got to show support. You got to show up. You got to buy jerseys. You got to.
In the world of sports, the spotlight can be both a blessing and a curse, especially when you're part of a growing league that has long been underappreciated. For women's basketball, this spotlight has only recently started to shine brightly, thanks to the efforts of players like Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, and Aja Wilson. However, one player who seems to be struggling with the shifting focus is Angel Reese, a star who has become synonymous with controversy and drama rather than pure athletic achievement. Reese, who's been a headline maker both on and off the court, recently found herself in a heated back and forth with none other than Shaquille O'Neal, the Hall of Famer whose words have the power to stir up entire conversations in the basketball world. Shaq's comments, however, weren't designed to attack Angel Reese specifically. Instead, he was celebrating the growth of the WNBA, highlighting players like Caitlin Clark, who have taken the sport to new heights. In his praise, Shaq compared the WNBA's rise to the NBA's struggles with declining attendance and a growing focus on three-point shooting at the expense of fundamental basketball. Yet for Reese, Shaq's support of Caitlin Clark felt like a personal slight, as though the spotlight was moving from her to someone else. Instead of embracing the collective achievements of the women's game, Reese's reaction revealed an intense need for individual validation, often at the cost of team unity. This response doesn't just highlight a rivalry between her and Clark, but underscores a bigger issue in women's basketball: the clash between the old guard of drama and the new guard of growth and consistency. At the heart of the matter is the reality of Reese's status in the sport. Known for her fiery persona and unapologetic taunts, especially during her NCAA championship run, Reese has found herself caught in a cycle where the media loves to focus on her off-court antics. While her talent is undeniable, the constant media fixation on her has often overshadowed her on-court achievements. And in the world of sports, where talent and discipline ultimately define greatness, this focus on drama can be detrimental to a player's long-term legacy. Take Caitlin Clark, for example. While Reese has been busy engaging with trolls online and creating media buzz, Clark has quietly built a legacy of her own. With her remarkable shooting range, including iconic logo three-pointers, Clark has become the face of the WNBA. Her ability to make the impossible look routine has earned her the respect and admiration of fans, fellow athletes, and analysts alike. Clark's focus on the game and her undeniable skill set has set her apart from other players, including Reese. This contrast between Clark and Reese is what makes Shaquille O'Neal's comments so powerful. By celebrating Caitlin Clark, Shaq wasn't dismissing Reese's contributions to the game. He was acknowledging the broader narrative of women's basketball, where teamwork, fundamentals, and a renewed focus on skill are central to the league's rising prominence. Reese's response to this, however, has painted her as someone more interested in maintaining a personal feud than embracing the collective success of the sport. Shaq didn't just praise Clark in isolation. He made it clear that the WNBA's current success is a team effort fueled by a deep pool of talent. Players like Aja Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu have also been instrumental in pushing the league forward, with their incredible skill sets and dedication to the game. For Shaq, the WNBA's success is a direct reflection of the league's focus on fundamentals, defense, and hustle qualities that have become increasingly rare in the NBA, where the three-point shot has taken over as the primary weapon. Yet for Reese, this celebration of team effort seems less important than the constant search for individual recognition. Her reaction to Shaq's praise of Clark highlights her ongoing fixation on personal validation. While Clark continues to build a legacy based on her skills and her impact on the game, Reese appears more concerned with remaining in the headlines, whether through social media feuds or inflammatory comments. This approach raises a broader question. Does Angel Reese want to be remembered as a basketball player or as a drama queen? While her personality and style make her a compelling figure, it's hard to ignore the fact that she has often sought the spotlight for reasons unrelated to her performance on the court. Take, for instance, the media's constant focus on her interactions with Caitlin Clark. While Reese claims that there's no beef between them, the media fixation on their rivalry has kept the narrative focused more on their personal drama than their basketball prowess. In contrast, Clark has embraced her role as a trailblazer, leading the charge for women's basketball to be taken seriously. Her All-Star Game performance shattered records, with over 3.4 million viewers tuning in. This performance wasn't just impressive, it was transformative, proving that women's basketball is no longer a niche interest, but a global phenomenon. Clark's charisma, combined with her undeniable skill, has made her the face of the WNBA, someone fans tune in to watch because they know she's going to deliver greatness. Meanwhile, Reese's approach has been more about controversy than about basketball. Her focus on online trolls and her insistence on making headlines for her off-court antics have distracted from what should be her greatest focus, her game. While she certainly has the talent to compete at the highest levels, her inability or unwillingness to move beyond her college glory days has left her in a holding pattern, while others like Clark continue to rise. What makes Reese's situation even more ironic is that she and Clark are essentially fighting for the same cause, the growth and recognition of women's basketball. Both players have been instrumental in making sure the sport gets the respect and attention it deserves. However, while Clark has embraced her role as a leader, Reese has remained stuck in a cycle of rivalry and drama, preventing her from fully embracing the platform she's been given. At the heart of Shaq's comments was a larger critique of the NBA's current state. He lamented the over-reliance on three-point shooting and the declining importance of defense and fundamentals. In contrast, the WNBA has maintained its focus on these core elements of the game. Shaq's celebration of the WNBA was not just about acknowledging individual players like Clark, but about recognizing the league's broader shift toward a more complete and balanced brand of basketball. The WNBA's rise is proof that basketball still remains a game of skill and heart, something the NBA is at risk of losing. Reese's response to Shaq's comments, however, has become a distraction from what really matters: the growth of the WNBA. With record-breaking viewership, higher attendance, and soaring merchandise sales, the league is finally gaining the recognition it deserves. But in order for this momentum to continue, the focus needs to remain on the court, not off-the-court drama. Reese, like all players, has the potential to be one of the WNBA's brightest stars. Her talent is clear, but to truly cement her legacy, she must shift her focus from rivalry and theatrics to consistent performance and growth. Consistency, discipline, and the ability to evolve are what separate the greats from the merely good. For players like Clark, who have embraced these values, the future is bright. For Reese, the question remains: will she seize the moment and evolve into the player she has the potential to be, or will she continue to chase headlines with drama and rivalry? In the end, the story of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is one of contrasting approaches to fame and success. Clark has used her skills and focus to elevate the game and herself, while Reese has often been distracted by the allure of controversy. If Reese wants to join Clark in the conversation as one of the all-time greats, she'll need to put aside the drama and focus on what truly matters: her game. Until then, Clark will remain the player fans can't stop watching, the face of the WNBA, and the one who is leading the charge for women's basketball to finally get the recognition it deserves. This is the golden age of women's basketball, and there's room for everyone if they're willing to rise to the occasion. The question is, will Angel Reese seize this moment, or will she let it slip away while others continue to rise? Time will tell.